Yes, he is.
We're hurting his woman.
We are. He is very upset. You're attacking his woman. Oh, you know what? For Grangle, I will. Yes, I will give him. Well, fuck off. Every time. We'll do it from here. Let's see what else I got. Maybe in this grouping here. No. Maybe this one. Yeah, let's use this girl right here. On Starry AI. I'll replace the statue. Nope, who dat?
Yeah. Oh, the goddess.
That is the goddess. The goddess has joined. My grandbabies, my oldest one especially, loves to play D&D, and they're like, "Pops, can we watch you guys play D&D tonight?" And I was like, "No."
We need a 5-second delay, sir.
Yeah, right. A dump button
Yeah.
for the kids. Oh my gosh. Where did that save? That's not what I want, I don't think, is it? No, that's not what I want. What I really, really want. Oh, that is what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. For some reason I named that picture Grangle.
How do I change it to that? Let's see.
Test, test. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, yes.
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 Perfect. Have a good game, y'all. I'm going to mute myself. I just want to make sure that everything's working correctly before I go and mute myself. Have fun.
Thanks, babe.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, no, his girlfriend disappeared, and he is very upset. That's right. So she's not.
Ah, motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
Drop the cherry in his lap.
All right.
Anybody know how to turn on the new measurement tool? Like,
Yeah,
if you, I mean, if you said no when you first loaded, I just need to go out and go back in.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. You just click on the measuring the little yardstick.
you
on the
done
left.
fucked up, AA Ron.
Yeah.
Big fireball. Sorry.
Maybe if you click on the 3 dashes up top and turn it on there, because that's where I opt out of it. 3 slashes upper left of the game screen, not the computer screen.
The upper right beside the settings you're talking about?
No, mine's on the left. Above the pointer select.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
And so you can turn it on or off. I recommend turning it on because, yeah, no. All right, circle back to line.
I'm just gonna we'll refresh.
What was this again?
That is rats.
Rats, and those are bats.
Whoa.
Correct.
Wow, that's nice. I like that. Okay.
What's that? What are you trying the different?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too because when you guys say I want to drop a fireball right here instead of pinging, and I guess you guys can draw it, hold it while I drag and drop it on there for you.
Yep. Neato.
All right.
Oh, and now you can hide it. Neato.
Yes.
Yeah, you can hide the whole bar if you wanted to. I'm constantly in mine, so I can't hide it. I mean, I gotta.
Yeah.
have it
Well, I mean,
available.
we're kind of in it too. I just wish there was a. I wish there was almost like a auto hide where you just scroll over to it, it pops up.
I don't remember if I sent you guys all of the Succubus pictures.
I just remember the redhead.
Yeah, I almost went with. Actually, let me just download it while we wait. See. There we go. And then there we go. And then is that it? Upload failed. Something went wrong. Why? But why? All right, I'll just do.
I am absolutely digging the new laptop that Mike got for me.
There you go.
And Baldur's Gate 3 looks fucking phenomenal on it.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's not gonna work.
The hardest thing of getting used to on that game is the controls, because you can zoom in and zoom out, but you can also use the WASD keys to look around and move forward beyond your character and like way the fuck back. Like you can change the whole way the screen looks, and then you use your mouse to look. Kind of look. It's weird.
Right.
So as your guy's moving, you have to move the screen with him. I'm like, okay, I wanted to follow him. So I'm gonna have to go check, the settings or something.
And this was an option, but I didn't like it because the feathers looked too feathery. This next one I'm gonna send you guys. I'm sending it in Discord, not Discord, in our little group chat, Facebook.
Oh, well, goddamn.
I was wondering why I didn't have the 3 lines at the top like you were talking about.
Oh, was it? You
It
had to
has to be
restart.
it has to be enabled before they show up.
Oh. Oops.
Oh no, oh damn.
That's a good thing I don't do tricky stuff.
Those are pretty. I like the dragon wings better, but no, those are
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So the goddess
I'd be involved.
chose. The goddess chose the one she chose for the vampire. It was a struggle. I kept getting, no matter how hard I tried, I got feather wings. I only the only one that I got that was relatively bat winged was the one I used. So that's the downside to it. So while we wait for Grangle, what happened last week? If anybody wants to.
You got a funky finger.
Yeah.
We got enthralled by Succubus.
It's like a chicken foot.
Yeah, and Starry AI does not know how to do things at all.
No. It struggles with a lot of things.
We have a succubus and a vampire.
Yeah, succubus and a vampire, and you guys refuse to run away when given the opportunity. You have to fight everything you come across.
We only run when we're outnumbered 10-1.
Hey, we were ready to take on the assholes and die in the other room, but no, we had to run.
They started it. They seriously started it. We were just minding our own business.
Which one's the ghosts and the ghouls? The boy band? I should have just put the boy band up, is what I should have used. Fucking ridiculous.
They started it too. See how that ended up.
Yeah, why are you going to try and haunt somebody you don't even know?
I would tell you, I was seriously worried until, Father Scab laid down the fucking desecration on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on a want to do my spell of kill everything.
But that was, I think that's the first time Father Scab rolled at the top of the turn order
Yeah.
in like
One
forever.
of the few times I get to do that.
Yeah, and it just worked out perfectly.
Father Scab winks and goes, check
Yeah.
out my fireball.
Hold my beer and watch this.
No, we got undead. Not on my watch.
Right?
I won't stand for it.
Nope. That's why I'm going to sit down right here.
And then we came in this room, and everybody got, well, not everybody, but a couple of you got real sleepy.
I'm sorry. That was me.
Yeah, I did too.
I believe it was Father Scab and Fuego got sleepy, and then Grangle fell in lust. So, who is up next? Mad Chops is up next. Gentlemen, start your engines. What would you like to do, Mad Chops?
Well, I was thinking that I needed to break the spell that Grangle is under.
Mhm.
But then everyone is screaming for a fireball and light everybody up.
Hey,
So
you don't you let peer pressure affect you, sir.
We can take it.
Do what you want as I
Fire,
sip
fire,
my
fire.
beer.
Fire, fire.
All right.
20.
All right, I'll go get a fireball for you.
He says begrudgingly.
Yes, very begrudgingly. Nope,
Can't do
that's
it
too
here.
big.
How about here?
Oh wait, whose is
That's
that
what she
one?
said.
There's
Run
too many
away.
choices.
Ah, there it is.
There you
That's
go.
that one.
It's on the map for you.
Yeah.
Be right
There's
back.
20 feet. Oh, don't go.
Geez.
Where'd
Look
he
at all
go?
these little assholes. Let's see. That's a Sir Chode. That's a Father Scab's got a giant circle. How do I shut that off from you guys?
What's that?
The measuring.
Oh,
I got permanently large circles everywhere.
yeah.
Is it just
All,
me?
all the ones we drew, you see all of them?
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
no
And
worries. Let me restart my game.
Yeah.
They were just frozen on there, so it was like I can't see anything.
I'm going to turn mine off so it doesn't broadcast to everybody. Maybe that'll kind of help.
No, it's okay. It was a computer glitch on my end. I
Yeah.
dropped a fireball in there for your Mad Chops.
Okay.
I think you have
It's a little
control of
small.
What she
It's
said.
small.
Wait for it.
Let's see. Mad Chops. Yep, you have control of it.
Alright.
That's 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Show that to me again.
Hold on.
This took a left turn.
That's 20 right there.
Yeah, there we go. Right. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, look at that. There it is.
Oh,
Awesome.
oh, I tripped.
And now you should be able to grab it and drag it. You probably want to grab it towards the top of it. Click it and then drag it to where you want it.
Like that.
Okay, let
But I
me.
was trying to.
Hang on, I'll fix it for you. There you go.
Ah, there it is.
Now you can see what you're aiming at. Oh, you don't mind hurting, like Father Scab and a Fuego as long as you don't hurt yourself.
Pretty much.
Well, he'll die. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I can miss.
He's a wizard, Harry.
Misstep here, and then I can drop it right there.
Fucker.
The Misty Step is a bonus action.
Correct.
Okay. Just tell me when you're done and you've cast it.
Actually, I really don't need. Well, yeah, I do. All right, ready? Here we go. Casting now. Maybe. There it is. Level 3. And submit.
Constitution save.
The bats and rats, they're not gonna save. They don't have that high of hit points.
I didn't realize I was still on.
Let me see.
But I think I am. I failed it. Either way, I failed it.
Yeah, like the bats only have 22 hit points.
Would you like me to re-roll that since
Oh,
I did it on
they
advantage?
could save.
Or
All right, fine. I didn't think they'd save. I mean, they don't have a very good chance of it. That one didn't save. And that one didn't save. Now for the rats. How many we got in there? 2 and 2, right? 2 and 3. I gotta do one more bat.
Oops.
More bats.
Gringle's in.
We'll just
that
add
one
one
should
to
too.
this. Oh,
Nope,
and
we'll
one
save.
one of the rats had a 10 or 9, and the bats had a 10, so I just rolled the rats and added 1. So this.
What about this one?
Oh no, wait. 1, 2. No, okay, yeah. So it was this rat on Sir Carquin that survived. Let's move him a minute. And they are at half damage, so they are at. No, they are at that many. There we go. Everything else remains the same. And
Yes.
Sir Carquin, Father Scab, and Grangle, Fuego, you guys rolled?
I did, and I already took mine off. So I rolled it. I rolled it with advantage. So I re-rolled it and I made it. So I took off the 12 already.
All right. You are too far away, Father Scab, to gain help from Grangle. So we need a con save from you.
Right.
And then I will roll for Carquin. Oh wait, he's
what
here.
do I need to roll?
Oh yeah. You need to do a con save. It just gets you there, big boy. Con save.
Damn.
So what's the damage?
4.
Just 4?
24.
24.
24. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say that. You hit me again.
No.
And 24 for Carquin. I think you might dip into his real hit points. Good job, Bad
I'm
Chops.
also next to Grangle though,
Oh yes, you get advantage of 4 and still fail.
but I still also get spell resistance.
So you take half.
Yep.
So you just revert back to yourself.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Shrink you down. Are you going to turn right back into something else or what? Or you want to just see?
It had to be my turn to do that.
Okay. All right. I was just because I was in there. I'm lazy. All right. Mad Chops went nuclear because he was peer pressured into it.
Yep.
Hey,
I'm weak.
no regret.
No
Nope.
regrets.
None whatsoever. No regrets.
No regrets. All right. It is Sir
If you don't
Carquin's
mind,
turn.
changing one side to match the other.
What do you need, sir? All right. What's going on? There it is.
Wow. Penalty on the field.
No penalties are assessed in Discord because you guys are furiously trying to type it in. Yeah, Sir Carquin, what would you like to do, sir? That was
You know what? This is what's going to happen next. I think is all going to debate on what you think.
okay. Daylight. Okay. 60-foot radius sphere light spreads
He's a
from
drow vampire.
So it's like double damage.
Well, daylight itself doesn't have a damage to it.
I know.
Did these rats not?
Though, yeah, no, they took quite a bit of damage. There's only half as many
Oh.
as you saw originally.
Ah.
So,
There isn't as many as there was a while ago.
yep. Oh, Grango's here. Yay.
Woo!
Just in time for, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me take the crowd back to the game. I don't have a daylight. How large is it? 60 foot. So that's damn near the map, right?
That's the entire room.
Yeah, pretty much. Um,
A 60-foot radius sphere. That is larger than this room.
So draw me. Use your measuring thing and draw the circle. And I'll
It
just
won't
draw
fit.
it. Oh, it won't go 60 foot?
Oh well.
Oh, it will,
It
but it's
doesn't
bigger
go
than the room.
120 feet.
Wait.
The 60-foot radius?
Oh, yeah. No, just do the 60 foot bright light. Just do the 60 foot one. Oh, see, it's doing it again. I got whoever started to draw. I got Mad Chops is in there. That is so maddening. Let me see if. Oh, there it disappeared.
There's 60.
All right.
Wow.
60 foot radius. So it just fills the room. We'll just say it fills the room. We don't have to do
Wow.
anything. Okay.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, don't sweat it, man.
That's what she said.
Just a tip.
So, the
Give me that
daylight, you cast daylight. The
Yep.
daylight does not harm the vampire. However, he hisses and does not like it and has to roll with disadvantage.
You know what? I'll take that.
Anything else for you, sir?
But this entire room is now bright light.
Yep.
Bright light, bright light.
Okay.
Damn
And
And I'm going to move over here away from this swarm there.
all right.
Can you change his other token? For Gringle?
Oh, yeah, yep, I can. Well, oh, I got to be in the right layer. This will work.
Well, you need to adjust a little bit of a fuego and all them.
Oh, come on, man. There it is.
Hey, Joe's here. Come on, man.
Joe Mama.
Double.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, Greggle, I am going to send you a message.
Oh no.
Fuck.
What you worried about, Sir Chode?
Oh, nothing.
I should have thought this through a little bit. All right, there you go, bud.
I don't like to take it.
Did you get that, Grangle?
Working on it.
Okay, check. All right. The vampire who is hissing and very upset since Wee Man disappeared in front of him.
Oh, man.
Um, what does he want to do?
Jeez.
All right.
Honestly,
He
if
turns
Fuego
about
should not
and gazes into our good friend of Fuego's eyes. I need you to roll a DC 17 Wisdom save,
Who, me?
Fuego.
Okay. Cool. I need to ask a question. Is he trying to charm me or put me to sleep?
Charm you.
Okay. I get advantage.
Okay,
I just saw it. Fey ancestry.
that's fair. Because you're
I should
half
have been
elf.
using that all along. I should have been using that all along.
Oh, wow. Yeah, when you. Yeah.
Yep.
Whoops.
And you said wisdom save?
Yes. No, you know what? When you guys came in, I did have you do it with advantage.
Ooh.
You son of a bitch. All right.
Now that wasn't an attack, so I can't do a riposte.
Correct. And let me just check one thing. If you guys don't mind having patience. Who's next on the
Stop.
turn order? Okay.
Grangle.
Yeah, it'll be Grangle next. I just gotta see what speed. Oh. Okay. Okay. Technically, you can't affect his shape changing with the daylight, I don't think. It doesn't specifically say that. It says sunlight. Oh, I didn't roll damage for him for the fireball, guys.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. Let me finish that. I just realized
And a
it because
save.
he gets advantage, so.
Yeah. On a fireball?
Magic.
Ah, right,
And
right,
he
right.
rolled an 8 and a 9. Motherfucker. You
Oh,
know, I burnt all
24.
my 20s the last game. You guys are
Yes,
lucky.
you did.
Oh, man. All right. So how much damage was that?
24.
24.
All right.
Yep.
And so, uh, can you guys see his token? You can see his bar, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. When you hover
Who's
over it,
bar?
I
the little
haven't been
green
able to see
bar.
bars for a long time.
Oh, um,
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
he is about halfway for you, for your
Okay.
understanding. Um, yes, because we've only gone around one time to the vampire, right? All right.
Yeah.
He. Uh, I gotta check one thing. Sorry. Damn it. Ask questions if you have them.
Didn't he just try to attack me or
He
charm me?
he did.
Was that out of turn?
No.
Okay.
He's.
Cool.
Can you not see the turn order?
I can, but he's up now.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
I
that's
got
what
you.
he's doing. He's attacking.
I
Well,
got you.
he's charming you or attempting to, failing miserably
Okay.
naturally. Um,
I got you.
let's see.
And I haven't been drinking. Maybe I should.
Right.
No.
Just double checking. I think.
Ah.
I think he only gets one attack. Yeah, he only gets one attack. So, he's gonna just work his way around. I can set him to this side of you. And he's just like, a fighting turn around you, and he's turning your back to your friends, basically, is what he's doing. All right, Sir
Okay.
Grangle.
All right, so remind me, have I seen Fuego attack the statue?
No, Fuego hasn't attacked the statue.
Okay. Father Scab and Carquin have, correct?
They have. Did you see the message I sent you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta look at that. Okay. All right.
Don't
So,
forget to use your action to finish the distance.
so I can go what, 45 feet with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me.
And so, you guys are dealing with the vampire, and Grangle is, uh, doing his thing. So, you notice that in this room, it's quite barren, unlike the original illusion you saw. And there's bones piled about, and some rotting corpses, and the nice smells that you were smelling have turned into rot funk
So
like that.
I obviously I go charging across the room the way we came.
Yep. And as Grangle gets to the other side, he sees his love on the other side. And she, if I can get, I gotta switch levels. She is waiting for him. And if you guys want to switch to the left side, she leans in to give you a kiss and telepathically tells you to kiss her. Everybody go over to Grangle.
Yeah, I see it now.
I'll just grab everybody. Hang on a second.
No, I can see it just fine.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
I
Everybody
mean,
get in.
this
Zoom
room
in
is supposed
real
to be well
tight.
lit now.
Zoom in real tight. Hang on. All right. Grangle leans in for a kiss and takes. I gotta look up the damage. All right. I gotta type in 5e so I can get the thing that I want. Thank you. So, Grangle, you lean in and take a kiss, and she plants one on you, and you take 32 points of psychic damage,
Ooh.
Ow.
Damn.
Fuck.
and your maximum hit points are reduced by 32 points until you finish a long rest. So, even if you heal yourself, you cannot have more than whatever your hit points are minus 32.
Yeah, she just healed too, didn't she?
Yep.
Hmm.
No, no.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
I'll tell you she didn't heal. I mean,
Yeah.
it's no big deal. And as you kiss her, you are no longer charmed.
You just made out with a fiend.
Oh, but wait,
Ooh.
there's more.
Wait, there's more.
If I can get there. And your succubus is revealed to you to be an incubus. Not only did you make out with a fiend, he had a dagger in his pants.
Oh. Oh. It's going to take a lot of mouthwash to get rid of that one.
That's a man, man. That ain't no
Man,
woman.
baby.
That's a man, man.
Oh,
Oh.
that's dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty.
Oh, I've been planning this for 6 months.
Aren't you glad that someone?
And that's the reason, for all clarity, the reason Grangle had to roll a second wisdom save is because she was charming him, or the succubus incubus, because they're interchangeable. Was charming him directly, and I made him roll with disadvantage because he has a penchant for carnal escapades, so it was easier to charm him by a succubus whose main mentality is carnal pleasures. So
Yeah.
I need to ask something. My one of my abilities as a paladin is that channel divinity. Is that an action?
it is. I think it is.
Yeah. Well,
And so I've
Okay.
already had you use your action to sprint to her. So you have no actions at this point.
I may have a bonus action I can use.
Yep.
Let's see.
Check your bonus actions. Fuego, you're going to be next, and then it'll be what's left of the rats and bats.
Yep.
Let's see. Now, if it makes you feel better, Grangle, he's not a bad-looking dude.
It really doesn't help any.
At least there's that.
That crap. Oh,
He did poke you in the belly, though. Oh,
I
man.
think we're getting close to the line here.
Wait,
What
there's
line?
a line?
Right?
I thought that was a
Hey.
mile ago.
There's always a line.
I thought we went past that line already.
We Irish step dance on every side of this line, but there is a
Yeah, we
line.
do.
All right. Well, the only bonus action I can use is Misty Step, and I'm not. I'm pissed now at this guy. I'm not Misty stepping away from him. I'm going to try to behead this son of a bitch.
All right. Fuego.
All right. Well, you see the action surge.
Yes, sir.
So let's start with.
Oh, and Grangle, let me copy you. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do your thing. I'm gonna paste Grangle over here.
Decapitate it.
Grangle, go all the way to the right. You should be able to see now.
What now?
Go all the way to the right.
All the way to the right.
Yeah, you should be able to see the new room over here where I'm pinging.
Okay. Everything's just really sluggish.
That's all right.
All right. There's the fourth.
All right.
And for the very last one, I'm going to use.
So that's 20.
Maneuvering attack.
33, okay.
And I'm going to grab Father Scab to a more advantageous position. And he can add. Let's see, where's that? That to his attack.
Okay.
And he can move to half his speed, which would be 15. Which should be right here.
Yeah, you can move where you can move in position to attack Great. What is up with this? When you guys do it, it locks.
Oh, sorry. And it says the creature or person can use its reaction to up half its speed without provoking attacks of opportunity from the target of your. Okay, so on his attack, he'll get 2 attacks plus the 3 on one.
So he can move now, right? Move to that point
He can,
now.
he can move to that point now.
There we
Right
go.
there.
Right there.
Right there.
There, yes, there.
Right there. Sorry.
All right. I'm back.
Oh, the rats didn't like my little play, huh?
There you go. And the bats and the rats have maneuvered. And so let's get a bat attack on Father Scab. The rats are half damage. Okay, cool.
Don't forget to move the left side.
Father Scab, a 19 doesn't hit.
Yeah, actually it does.
Does it? I thought you were a 20.
No, 18.
Oh, okay. So 5 points of damage from the bats. No, 2 points of damage from the bats. I apologize. No, wait. Was it the rats? No, I'm sorry. No, 5 points of damage for Father Scab. Sorry. The bats are good, and the rats only do 2 points of damage to a Fuego. They rolled a 21. Fucking rolled high. Yeah, 19 and an 18, or yeah, 15 or some shit. So the rats and bats done good. It is
Rats
now
and
Sir
bats don't
Chode's
lie.
turn. Sir Chode, you saw Grangle run into the tunnel, and where he's at over here is all you see is the back of Grangle in the tunnel.
Okay. I will move here. So roughly there, I think. Take a pop shot.
That's going to be a miss. And that's going to be a hit. All right.
12.
And is that it for you?
I am done.
Father Scab. You have bats about you and a vampire in front of you.
All right. Well, since Fuego saw fit to do me the courtesy of manhandling me on up here,
Now you get 2 attacks too.
that I'm going to take advantage of that. Let's go ahead and bring the light of Salune to this
Jesus.
undead.
Okay. As you swing your sword through him, he disintegrates into a cloud of mist, and I'm using the smoke like this. And as you're finishing your swing through, and he just does the old Obi-Wan Kenobi and disintegrates, you notice the cloud passes through you, between you and Fuego, and heads to the center of here. Sir Carquin, can I have you roll a perception? You notice it gets to the center of the room and just sinks into the floor.
All right. Well, that floor is not going to be the safest place for him, because I'm guessing that's where his coffin is.
Let's get to digging.
All right, matchups, your turn.
Mold Earth. Oh.
I was going to go for more eruption, but
Eruption.
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt an eruption coming.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, that was a good one.
There it is. No love.
There it is.
So the only visible foes are here, right?
There are no visible foes. Well, no, I take it back. The rats and the bats are visible foes.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought they were all dead.
So let me just be clear.
No.
Do not throw another fireball.
Ah.
Yes.
Danger close.
I mean, I could take it, but I don't know about anybody else.
No, I don't think I could take another one.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's see. So I'll move to here.
Ooh.
And let's see how many magic missiles I got left.
Hey, Kurt.
Yeah.
Wasn't I supposed to get a DC Constitution save against her kiss or his kiss?
No, because you were charmed. You were willing. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check out.
It says no. This says it must. The fiend kisses a creature charmed by it or a willing creature. The target must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw against this magic.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Too late now.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your save. Let's see what you get. And if you, I'll make you a deal. If you don't make it, we'll double it. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Wow. Whoa, now hold on.
Constitution saving throw, right?
Yep. Yep, you're gonna take the full damage.
Yep.
Wah, wah. Somebody?
Anyone?
Thank you. You guys got to be quicker on this. All right, Mad Chops.
So I'm playing on my laptop.
it wasn't against me.
Mad Chops, what do you
Yes.
want to do?
I don't know. I'm afraid. Well, like I said, I could do a firebolt at the rats.
Sure.
Oh no!
That'll
Wait a
work.
minute. Hold on a second. Sorry.
Ugh.
Oh,
Your turn's up. Go ahead, Mad Chops. Roll it.
Okay,
Move.
so let me ask this: aura protection. Starting at 6th level, whenever you are a friendly creature within 10 feet of you, you must make a saving throw. The creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma. Not me, just the creature.
Yeah. Yep. We established that earlier.
Okay.
Aura protection works on you too.
Well, if that's true, then you can add 4 to that roll, and I would pass.
Well, show me aura.
Hold on a second.
Just pop it up. Just go ahead and roll whatever you'd like, Mad Chops. Or are you still trying to sort out what you want to do?
well, I'm debating between magic missile and cantrip. So
Yeah, no, that's whenever you aura friendly. So yes. So you did make your save. So make your adjustments.
So I'll take only half of the 32 points, only 16 points of damage.
Yes, sir. Same effects apply. The max you can increase is 16 points less than your
I
normal.
gotta add 16
Well,
back.
you
to this.
are a creature. That's
16.
It says whenever you or a friendly creature.
Yeah.
the
Make a
creature.
saving throw.
You are a creature.
Right. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So that makes it a little bit
He
better.
is a creature.
All right.
All right, Mad Chops.
So
Are
I've
you done?
I've made my
Are you done,
adjustments,
Grangle?
so-
Grangle, you done?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even my turn yet. I just want to make sure I had everything right.
Yeah, no, you're good, man.
Okay.
All right, go ahead there, Mad Chops.
all right, I'm a magic missile the
Shit out of them rats.
rats.
Dirty rats. I gotta
Just
pull them
one.
out. Okay, so I can do the hit points on them. Yeah, you knock out a bunch of them. The missile seems to whack 2 or 3.
And then a second one. Got 3 of them. Bam.
And 2 or 3 more fall out of the air, or fall dead on the ground.
And the third one.
Make it count. All right, there's still a handful of rats underneath a fuego.
All right, I'm done.
Sir Carquin, what kind of bullshit are you gonna pull?
Well, he went underground. I'm thinking that it can't be too deep because otherwise he couldn't use mist form to get there.
Uh-huh.
So
All right.
erupting earth.
Okay. All right. Give me a second. I have. Okay. All right. Yep.
Oh, okay. It's from the center. That's why it's
Okay.
throwing me
Cool.
off.
Cool. Yep. Thank you, sir. Give me just a second. I am trying to. Grab a something interesting. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. Is that the area roughly in there, in that square?
Yeah, the square 20. Yeah.
All right. As you erupt the Earth, it does it does what it does. It explodes up and out and then dumps back down, and you notice that it caves in the center on what appears to be a set of stairs leading down, or like a for you it just looks like a wedge shape going down into the ground. And how deep does that go, by the way?
Erupting earth, it doesn't give you a good definition of how deep
20
it is,
foot cube?
but it is a fountain of churned earth and stone erupts from the 20-foot cube. And it
Okay.
makes the entire area difficult terrain constantly.
Each 5 foot, 20-foot cube. So if it's a 20-foot cube, that means it's 20 feet deep as well.
Yes.
Well, okay. Um, I have some work to do. All right.
Hey, if you told me I was level 10, this would not have been my method.
Hey, you guys are going to be level 10 here in a little bit. Not too much longer. So, yes. So that is done. I will come back to that.
That is a what?
And as the succubus or incubus at this point growls or scowls at Grangle and turns ethereal and disappears.
Come back. Your mom's a whore.
And so it's Grangle's turn, but the only enemies left are the rats and the bats.
Come back.
I think Father Scab and I have had this conversation, and he's even said it. Actions have consequences, so I have to come up with your consequences for erupting Earth. In fact, because it's a 20-foot area, the entire center of the room collapses into a semicircle cave-in, and there was a room beneath there that was 10 feet tall and about roughly 20 feet square. And all that stone and rubble lays atop of it.
Let me guess, there was a coffin there.
Let me see. I got to see how deep this went. And I remind you guys that I'm stealing stuff out of a second edition
No, it's okay.
of thing, so I have to translate some stuff. It doesn't specifically say. Huh. How far down the stairs went. So erupting earth, is that stone too? Churned earth and stone. Yeah,
Yeah,
churned earth
fountain
and stone.
churned
Yeah,
earth and
yeah.
stone
Okay, so
erupts
I
in a
am right.
20-foot
You
cube.
fucked up that whole
Yeah, it
thing.
jumps straight up in the air.
Um, huh. Okay. So there is a pile of earth in front of you. The entire cavern has collapsed in. Uh, it is very rocky and earthy, and everything's just piled on top. Everybody, what are you doing at this point?
Me? I'm about to go investigate these stairs to see if I see a vampire.
Okay. And Father Scab, Fuego, everybody, just tell me who. Yeah, just whatever you guys are
I'm
doing.
I'm
gonna
going to
finish
walk
off
over
these
to the
rats.
edge.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish off these rats.
All right, go ahead. Fuego, finish off the rats. Father Scab, are you going to finish off the bats? Well, I'll tell you
Yeah.
this. The bats, to make it simple, the bats and the rats kind of dissipate and fly off and run away. If that
Okay.
they stopped attacking you and then they just kind of left when he turned to mist.
Okay.
My apologies.
Then I'm standing at the edge going, holy fuck.
I need everybody to roll perception with advantage since you're studying intently, looking for a coffin, you're looking for whatever you can find. Now, the dirt is approximately 2 to 3 feet thick in places.
I see dirt.
Really?
Sir Chode, where you are at, you hear a cry out for help. What you think is a cry out for help. You're not sure. It's just you can hear somebody crying out. Let's see. Who else has got something? Father Scab. Father Scab notices that there are bits and bobs of like a living area, a piece of rug sticking out here, a very nice a bit of a chalice cup that's worked with gold and set in gems sticking up out of this other spot. And you got about 2 foot of earth and rock and stone that has just collapsed down into this area. And right in front of Sir Chode, he's hearing somebody crying out for help or like, that's being crushed underneath.
They need help.
Help!
Help.
Do I understand what's being said, or?
You know what? Because Sir Chode calls your attention to it, you do recognize it. Whatever creature it is saying it in 2 different languages, and one of them's undercommon.
Bark like,
Mad
on
Chops.
away.
Mad Chops, roll history, or what is it? Arcana history? History.
Arcana is intelligence.
Let me see. It would be Arcana. Roll Arcana.
Okay.
You faintly remember this particular enunciation of Gnomish dialect, and you realize this is a distant cousin of yours, not personally, but distant cousin of gnomes, called a deep gnome or a cervabellum. And I am butchering that, I am sure. Crying out for help. That they and appears to be right here below Sir Chode.
Here.
Yep, right in front of Chode. Right where the square is, but in front of
Yeah.
Chode.
Well, I announced to Chode and those are in within earshot. I'm hearing gnomish voices coming from the ground.
There you go.
Calling for help.
All right, so you have loose, destroyed rubble right through this whole square. What do you want to do?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Sir Carquin, can you mold earth to open this up?
I would think so.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna just mold earth to open up a passageway.
All right. So you cast Mold Earth, and you are successful in removing the dirt from that area.
Because fuck digging.
And you notice as you grab the dirt that a secret chamber deeper than what you destroyed um, opened up a secret chamber that was covered with a trapdoor that was secret and all that good shit. Opened up, and you guys are able to reach down and pull that lid open. And when you pull the lid open, you do see a gnomish creature with grayish skin, with just rags. However, you can tell that at once upon a time he was a robust warrior type. However, he is significantly low on blood, and the bites on his neck are quite obvious that he was uh, a dinner
He was a
dinner
food
meal
source.
for the vampire.
The vampire
He was
was
a
able to
cow.
recover that fast?
No, this is an old bite.
Hmm.
He was a cow.
Is the guy still alive?
He is still alive.
Alrighty.
He has about half his normal hit points based on uh, what you can tell by looking at him.
I asked quickly in undercommon. Quick, where did he go? Or
And,
where's his coffin?
and he looks about him, and he's kind of confused because this isn't what it looked like, the last time he was out of the hole, or out of the well, to put because they
Put the
took him.
lotion on its skin.
Yeah, he didn't put the lotion on its skin, so he got the hose again.
So he got the hose again.
Yeah. So, but the last time he was out, the room was more robust, and now it's rubble. So, but he pointed over towards the wall where you guys are standing, over here, ping, over in this area, roughly where the wall was,
Yeah.
and the stairs. Let me readjust the stairs. We'll just boop like that. The stairs were in this. Actually, no. The stairs should be right there, roughly. And the coffin was over on this side, is what he's figuring.
Okay.
Hey, square moved.
I put it on the I was trying to center it on the stairs. So
Yeah, the stairs technically didn't go down the center; they went down at the one end. So yeah,
So yeah, I was kind of
yeah, that was my
trying to.
fault when I first said that. Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, there's no stair. Well, there are stairs, but the dirt has collapsed down on it because he fucking tore it up.
I go to where the wall. I clean out towards the wall where the coffin is. We're going to kill this guy.
Oh, gonna drive a stake through its heart.
All right.
Well, I was going to see if a moonbeam does it, but yeah.
Oh, that too.
All right, you guys are gonna dig around in here until you find the vampire coffin, is what you're telling me.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
It's going to take you about 30 to 45 minutes to dig the rubble out to where you can get the coffin open.
Mold earth.
And how many spells is that?
Yeah, I can do it all day long.
Oh, okay, is it a
That's
cantrip?
It's a
Cantrip.
cantrip.
It's a 5 foot, right?
Yep.
All right, you find a coffin, and in the coffin, well, you find a coffin.
We find out.
Kick it open.
Just kick it open, or?
Well, I ain't sticking my hand in there.
So Sir Carquin reaches out with a toe and gently lifts the lid. Roll athletics. And you need an 18.
There wasn't
You're gonna
no
use your
gentle
foot to
about
flip it open. I don't know.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's like, yeah. I'm gonna have to have you roll that again. And you are unable to open the lid.
Ow, ow, ow. Dadgummit. I knew I should have worn
That's right.
those harder leather shoes.
You kick it by accident and stub your toe.
Ow.
Give me just a second. Let me give you guys something to work towards here. Come here. Yeah, I like
You
this
gonna
one
show us
better.
the actual room, or are you just gonna keep?
Oh,
I'm just gonna put your coffin in there. All right. Sir Chode investigating what?
Coffin.
All right. Roll me athletics to open it. How are you opening it? Well, tell me how you're opening it first.
I am standing on the left side, grabbing the right side, and
Question.
flipping back with it.
Why
Okay.
do we have to open it? Why don't we just set that son of a bitch on fire?
You could do that.
Going through.
Father Scab, would you like to tell them in your infinite wisdom why that won't work?
Well, I mean, there's specific ways we have to take care of a vampire. I mean, set him on fire, he can get out. He's we gotta stake him down. We gotta decapitate him. After that, then we can set him on fire, scatter the ashes on moving water.
Alrighty.
So I stood on the side of the hinges, grabbed the other side, and flipped it open. Does a 15 do it?
Yeah. Yeah. You did it by hand. You didn't like try to
Yeah.
lift it with a
Well, I'm doing it
stick at 10
cautiously
feet.
so I can jump back with it and not be standing right above it.
Right. Yeah. That's fine. And you see the vampire laying in there with his, hands crossed across his chest, apparently quite dead, but we all know he is. And now I'm to vampires. Okay, cool. He is laying there, recovering. I gotta check
Anybody
see
got a
how
piece of wood, of sharpened wood?
Sharpened wood. Yes.
I
well,
druid
y'all look
craft
for that.
a seed into a tree.
Chode,
Okay.
take one of his arrow
Ah,
shafts.
damn it.
Oh yeah, just
Well, I guess.
just take an arrow and take.
Yeah.
Yeah, break the steel
Yeah,
off
so
of it.
all right, I take an arrow, break the head off of it.
Well, since he's
and-
laying down, I do a strength check to slice his head off.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys don't have to roll for that. He's not moving. Yeah. So you guys drive a wooden stake through his heart. I allow you to come up with bullshit to do it, but and you have killed this vampire is dead.
Oh,
Like,
Hey, ding dong, the
Incubus,
bitch is dead.
your lover's dead.
and
Come out
Carquin
and
taunts the
play.
incubus.
Huh?
Huh? So Father Scab, I will send you this about vampires unless you know it, so that you can share it with everybody. Um, he is incapacitated. Let me just read this again. I'll just tell you guys. Here, I'll just put it in the chat. Father Scab says this to you.
Okay, so the stake made him unable to move, but the removal of the head, it seems to be quite effective.
Take it.
At least I would
Yeah, I'm
think
gonna
so.
throw the.
Yeah. So the classical uh, way to destroy the vampire is you stake him through the heart. You decapitate them, then you burn them, and like I said, scatter the ashes on moving water.
All right. So I place his head on top of his hands. Somebody light his ass up. Well, I've got block and tinder, so I can light him up.
Well, do you
That's
have any kind of oil to make sure he burns thoroughly?
Let's see.
I think somebody does.
Well, I have torches.
I'll tell you what, you guys gather enough wood from the coffin itself, and you build a little pyre, and being he's dead, he's quite dry and tinderful. You burn all your torches as
Yep.
additional wood because the soaked residue from the oil, and you set him on fire, and he burns up nicely.
Let's see.
So it's going to take you guys the better part of, well, it's going to take you a while to burn him up. It's not going to burn up quick. So
Yeah, he over-lacquered his coffin.
he is without,
Over lacquered.
yeah, it's still going to take a couple hours. The
That's
incubus
okay.
succubus is still floating about. So you are going to be stationary in this room until that is done, if that's what you wish to do.
Well, I'll check up on the guy, and I guess we could take a short rest while checking
Well,
up on the
I
burning
need
body.
a long rest to be able to regain all my hit points.
Yes.
Well, we can't do that here.
Well, yeah, your wannabe boyfriend.
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with him, so to speak.
Whoa,
Your boyfriend's
whoa.
gonna come
Well, it
back,
seems
and
like
we're
he had a
gonna
bone to
be in
pick with you too.
So are we going to burn this guy, or are we going
Oh, yeah,
to...
yeah.
Yeah, we're burning him.
Okay.
Yeah, we're burning him.
Burn this shit.
All right.
And then check up on the other guy who was obviously drained.
Yeah, he is hurting, but let me think. Yeah, so what do you guys want to check up on him about?
Well, one, is he turning into a vampire?
He is not.
And
Two, is he a drow or some person from the underworld, or is he just someone, a
He-
surfacer brought in to be this?
He
He's a
is
deep
a
gnome.
deep gnome.
So somewhere in the middle.
Correct. Deep gnomes are oftentimes lawful neutral to lawful good. Very rarely are they lawful evil or any kind of evil. And they are diabolically opposed to the drow. Our vampire friend was a drow vampire.
So as I'm walking around as a human torch right now for the next hour,
And what do you
shining
guys...
like
Are there
the
any
sun.
other? Are there any other gnomes down in there, or is it just him?
It was just him.
Okay.
Why don't you all talk to him? I think he might be more respectful to you all than the half drow here.
All right, give me half a second while you guys sort out what you want to say.
Just saying.
Well, I figured Mud Chops can talk to him because I'm going to scan the room as to make sure that dick shit doesn't come back.
I
Wait, what-
speak gnomish too, so
Well, sort out your nomenclature and we got it.
Did you say gnome nomenclature?
Yeah.
so I asked the gnome, how long have you been here?
Okay. He speaks Undercommon and Gnomish.
I speak Gnomish, so
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Cool. So Mad Chops doesn't have to do the translate thing with him then.
right.
Okay.
Or I don't
He's
have to do the translate thing.
oh, I don't even have I need to get you a character, don't I, while I talk about it. I just I
Icon.
um so he tells you he has been here for about 5 days, and they have been snacking on him naturally, on and off for 5 days. So yeah, that's what he's telling you.
all right. Well, I'm gonna offer to heal him.
Okay.
So how many hit points does he need to be back to full?
He is for your as you evaluate him, he appears to be about 10 hit points down. This is our good
All right.
friend right here down here.
All right. So I'll heal him back to full strength. By laying a hands on him.
All right.
How are your hit points doing?
I'm at 53.
Oh,
And that's a most I can get right now until I have a long rest to get my um, maximum hit points back up to normal.
All right.
right.
So it doesn't matter what happens. I can't get above 53 right now until I have a
Oh.
long rest.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but we might want to go to town and get an apartment where the incubus might not show back up.
so I'm assuming this gnome. He said he was a warrior.
Yeah. Well, yes. Well, that's annoying as fuck. Tried to drag something in and then I got an error. Where is it? This will work.
Uh-oh.
Come here. Come here. Okay. As you guys are burning the uh, coffin, the smoke starts to fill up in this area, and it starts to make it impossible to stay.
Well, I mean, we got a giant 20-foot hole in the ceiling. I didn't think it was going to fill up.
Oh, there's no hole in the ceiling. That was part of the illusion.
You
That
mean the
hole's
20-foot
gone
hole I
now.
made?
No, in the overall room, this whole
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a cavern.
Cool. Where's exits?
So everybody, well, so are we gonna take Mr. Deep Gnome with us,
Yes.
as well as Persephone and the doll and Shadow, of course?
Yep.
Yes.
All right,
Come here, boy. Good boy.
let me
You
copy
watch out
him.
for that nasty.
Let's go back to the left here, and I'll just drag everybody over and get them staged. Did I miss anybody? Someone's missing. Oh, there he is. Sneaky bastard, Sir Jode.
So which way do we need to go from here?
I just put you all together in a spot. So you notice in this room that there are 4 entrances and exits. One to the you came in from the northwest. There is one in the southwest, southeast, and northeast.
Did we get
Southwest?
any information on which way to go? I slept since
Not
last
through
week.
this, no. The only last thing you heard was go through that entrance at the pool, and the pool took you to here.
Gotcha. I'm going to.
Can we try locating object for my ring
You
from
most
this
certainly
point?
may try.
See, we came from here, I think.
That
Yeah.
is correct.
So
And I
we
still
got
have
these
this
3 to choose from.
succubus there. I got to get him out of there.
I'm trying to survival to find a more traveled path.
All right, you are successful, and it tells you to follow this path.
Well, more people go this way.
Okay.
And so, if you would have went the southeast pass, which I was hoping you guys would just start randomly trying them. They don't go very far and they just end. And the southeast pass leads you to a maze that circles around because I know you guys love mazes.
Love a good
But not
maze.
get too far.
All right, everybody run back into the room if you don't mind for just a second so I can grab you. You're not all strung out. There we go. All right. So, yeah, it doesn't go very far, but you guys go ahead and exit, and you head out. All right. Give me just a moment to gather myself. Okay. This is just going to be a picture. All right. You guys see what I'm seeing?
Well, not go ahead.
Toadstools.
All right, good. You exit from the tunnel, leading away from the succubus, and to your left and right a road stretches downwards between cliffs on either side. Its bed is strewn with crushed crystals which faintly glow and glitter bluish to the onlooker. The cliff walls are sheer and have sharp jutting crystals poking out, making climbing nearly impossible.
Fun.
All right, I've got,
Don't have to worry about handholds.
okay, let's see. All right.
Them handholds.
As you enter the main vault, you notice the color of the mushrooms around you are different than what you're used to. Actually, I took you guys to the wrong map, but that's okay. Boom.
Knowledge nature.
Let me take you to this one here. There you go.
Oh, hello.
All right. Yeah. As you enter the main vault, you notice that the color of the mushrooms around you are different than what you're used to. Father Scab, you see blacks, grays, and dark blues as they all around you. The rest of you, because you have infravision, with the exception of Persephone, I gotta put her in her place. In fact,
That's right. Put her in her place.
There we go. Father Scab and Persephone see you see blacks, grays, and dark blues. The rest of you see blues, purples, dull reds. Things that you know to be yellow appear to be green. As you look at each other's tabard and equipment, you notice these colors that are different than what you're used to. When you look in the heavens, Father Scab notices a dull, moon-like object emitting a hazy light. However, the rest of you, with infravision, see the moon as being very bright, nearly daytime in effect. Father Scab can see out to 60 feet without the use of light. However, it is dull colors, as if it is late twilight or a half-moon night. Before you is a 30-foot open area fanned out in a semicircle, covered in bioluminescent lit lichens. Beyond that is a myriad of mushroom lichens and such. You see abnormally large lichens, large and small crystalline growths, fungi of all shapes, sizes, and descriptions. You recognize mushroom families like pennybun, chanterelle, lion's mane, chicken of the woods, and shiitake, just to name a few. Various sorts of yeets, smuts, rusts, blights, and molds of huge size grow upon some of the toadstools and strange fungi. These growing things appear to thrive in the radiation of the quote-unquote moon above you. You see fertilizer being spread out by slaves and servants who are guarded by bugbears, and the huge growth from the regular forests or breaks are thick and full. You see what is akin to a barn in the distance with smoke rising out of them and some slaves and laborers carrying cut fungi into it, while others gather burnable materials to make smoke or dry the harvest. Some fungi are loaded into carts and dragged away by slaves or riding lizards, which you can see before you up here. Off in the distance, you make out a mesa-like rock, and I'm going to take you to a new map just for a second. Off in the distance, you can make out a mesa-like mound of rock that rises to dominate the landscape. It is rather like a cork in the bottleneck of the entrance, and upon it is a stone tower that rises like a cylinder 40 feet above the plateau. It is topped with notched battlements. It appears to be quite wide at the base of the base. It appears to be quite wide at the base. The mesa has a road that branches left and right with an obviously well-traveled path in the middle going northwards towards up a fair incline towards the tower. All right. So, that's what I have shown you thus far.
The building, does it look like a ziggurat?
It's a large tower. A Fuego rolled. What are you rolling perception for there, a Fuego?
To see if it was a ziggurat, because a ziggurat would be more like a triangular building, wide at the bottom, top. Then it would have like battlements and.
It is round, actually. I know that one's kind of square looking, but it's round.
Okay.
This is what Starry AI gave me when I described it. Sir Carquin, what are you rolling perception for?
Because he rolled perception.
Because everybody's doing it.
Fit in.
There it is. Now, would you all like to roll perception so you all can be a team?
I'm good.
Okay. So, I'm going to take you. You are standing. This is the view you're seeing just before you come out of the mouth of the tunnel. On this next map, you don't see the tower in it, but it's the road that's leading up to the tower. And just before the tower ramp starts to go up, the road splits left and right. Off in the distance, you can see what appears to be a city glinting off of the quote-unquote moonlight. So when I say moonlight, don't think it's moon. It's this moon in the top of this cavern. This cavern is 6 miles wide. You don't know this yet, but you know that it's massive. It's very similar to the way Menzo was built, where it's a massive cavern. So, this road that you guys are on right now passes between. This is a hard road, and this is just a dirt path where you can kind of tell that they would just go down in, and they cut. They're cutting down these mushrooms and loading them into carts. You have some bugbear watching the slaves, cracking the whip as they need to occasionally. You have Persephone with you. She is wearing her chains. Still, as a reminder, not to say anything, it's just that's the way it is. Further ahead, you notice that this side is a different group, and they have troglodytes guarding them.
Ooh.
So, we can try to find let's populate it. Wait, this is the mouth of the.
Yeah. So the mouth of you came out here. So let me give you a little backstory. You came out here, and this road, you guys came out T-bone to it. If you would have went left, it would have took you back to the wall. And if you go right, it takes you in. It was very obvious when you guys came out. You could see the tower in the distance, and you're like, I need to go that direction, not back towards the wall, which was the other direction.
Okay, so let's just proceed ahead, not say anything to the guards. Just proceed like we know where we're going, and make no communication whatsoever with the bugbears and the frogs.
We obviously meant to come this way.
Right.
Yes, this is a well-worn path. It is obviously a main thoroughfare. It is well kept, and all that good stuff.
So let's just proceed like we know what we're doing and where we're going.
And Chode is covered, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, Chode and a
I'm
Fuego.
trying to stay on the outside, away from him.
And obviously, since we're 9 people, since there's we are now 9 individuals, we're definitely not the people they were looking for.
Right. We're no longer the droids they're looking for. All right. So let's keep going.
And as you're going through here, you're noticing I don't know if you guys can see your character sizes next to those mushrooms. Those are 20-foot tall, 20-foot wide capped mushrooms.
Hmm.
Not 20 foot, but what is it? 10-foot diameter or 10-foot? No, 10-foot radius capped mushrooms, massive ones. And you're seeing some blue ones. And Sir Karquin, you notice these ones here are a very specific type, and blue is not the color they should be. But when Father Scab gets next to it with his light and holds it closely, you notice that it goes back to its original color.
Hmm.
So you guys are discerning that the moon overhead is a special kind of light that changes the color of things. In fact, looking at each other.
By the way, do we see like do we see like streaks all over the ground from like blood or whatever?
No, that's not blood. That's a small mushroom still growing.
No, I was talking about it's a black
On the
light.
walkway.
No, you don't
looks
see
like,
any blood.
Can you guys
No.
hear me?
Yes, now we
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
Sounds like it looks like my Discord is like locked up because I can't scroll through the Discord chat. It's won't move.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Just now, anyways. If you were talking before, we did not hear you.
It got
Did
real
somebody grab
quiet all of a
Persephone
sudden.
and-
It got real quiet all of a sudden, and I was saying hello, hello. Nobody was hearing me. So
Oh no, we weren't.
No, we didn't hear that at all. I'm sorry.
Nope.
so
Sorry.
Well, you're back, unfortunately. I mean, yay.
Can somebody grab our Deep Gnome and Persephone?
Yes, they
Sure.
are with you. Just
Okay.
I'm trying to give you guys some descriptors here.
I got you. And
And
we've reached the end
I'm
of this
trying to.
path anyway.
I lost my spot. Here we go. Now I'm in it. All right. Yeah. So you guys with infravision. No, wait. The dome overhead is hundreds of feet high, at least 100 feet high at the walls, and arching out of sight. So it almost looks dark. You guys with infravision are actually seeing what appears to be stars blinking in and out at the top of the thing. So that's what you're seeing there. Everything appears to be hazy, and the moon is giving off a wine colored light, so kind of a ruddy red that you guys are seeing. Even
okay,
Father
you got real
Scab is.
quiet all of a sudden there.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I don't know what Discord's been acting funny lately. I readjusted my microphone. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, even with Father Scab, it's still kind of a ruddy hue, like I was saying, kind of twilight with that late red that you get at twilight. But all the colors are funky looking. These greens, you notice these lichens should be actually a red lichen, but they're showing up green. Even Grangle
Hmm.
appears to be purple instead of blue. All right. So you guys have
So I
Let's
have
get
my
the
whole
fuck out of
body's
here.
purple, not just my
Badass
little
at you.
helmeted dude.
there it is. So you guys have reached the point where the road goes left and right. Left goes off deeper into the cavern. Right appears to take you to the city, and straight ahead takes you up to the tower.
Hmm.
We are
We
looking.
go to the. Should we try going to the city for rest or continue on?
I think we need a rest.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a bad idea.
What's a bad idea?
What?
Eating a rest is a good idea. We need to do that. Need to find a safe spot to do it, though. Would not be.
So out here, you are running constantly into different groups, merchants coming and going. Obviously, the workers working on gathering mushrooms or
Yeah, I don't think we
planting
should try
them,
to. I
or
don't think we should try to. I don't think we should try to camp here.
No, I think
We need to go find a inn.
Okay. This
so.
way goes to town, or this way goes to town.
Actually, what you're seeing there is not part of it. We are in theater of the mind at this point. If you go
Alright.
to the right, it'll take you to town. If you go straight, it
Okay.
takes you to the tower. If you go left, it takes you to the deeper parts of the cave that
I
don't
think
seem
we
to
need to
have.
go right, and if nothing else, to see if we can get information.
Should
All right.
we go to the tower and try to rest?
But
No,
I
I
don't think
think
that'd be a
at the
good idea.
tower,
That's
We
just
don't
a
know
that's
that.
just a dirt road that separates the plants.
Oh, okay.
I
My bad.
suggest
Yeah,
we
let's
go
go
to
right.
town,
Yep.
get some
To
rest
town.
in town.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a
That's
lot of town.
that's
Yeah,
what I
let's-
vote for.
Let's go to
yeah,
town.
let's go to town.
Right.
I vote for town.
All right.
I think town is a good bet.
Okay.
Talk to people, gather information, make sure we know where to go.
At least a safer bet at this moment.
All
Get some
right.
sleep.
Underdark, Drow City. Can't get too.
Even though it's probably in the middle of the day for the drow.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I've got to find a map. That's the map I want. Is this the map I want? Nope. That's
I
the
don't
map
know. I'll play your silly game.
I want. All right. We're gonna do. I don't have a city gate, so we're gonna do a little theater of the mind kind of thing. Let me grab 2 drow. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, these 2 will be fine. All right. We'll back you up just a smidge.
Back up there.
Back up, Terry. All right, you approach the gate. You work your way through. Most people ignore you. Perhaps a few eyes of suspicion as they pass, but most people are staying on their business. They don't want to incur the wrath of anybody they know. So
There you go.
you approach the city, and the city guard stands before you and says, "Hey, y'all ain't from around here, are you? Why aren't you wearing the green capes?
The green what?
Do you have any identification? Why are you here?"
Oh, we had a meeting an associate in this different direction.
Mean an associate from a different direction? What the hell are you talking about? Where's your
Instead of the main
identification?
gate, we had to go meet an associate.
Where's your identification?
Fuck's sake.
Does someone
And
have a better answer than me?
Sir Kirkwood, look in the bottom of your equipment list.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh
One
my
second.
gosh.
Unfortunately,
Keeping my mouth shut.
Actions?
I show the coiled whip brooch.
All right, go on. And he lets you go into the city.
Thank you.
And as you're passing, he's talking to his buddy, and he's like, I still think they should have to wear the green capes. And so,
Well, the cape was green.
let's see. It's a very special green, I'm sure. Yes. So bottom left when I bring you in.
All right, first things first. We need to go find those green capes.
Well, first things first, we'll need to find a place to rest.
Yes.
All
We
right.
need both.
Bottom left. Actually, let me do something. You guys are gonna hold on. Don't move. You guys are gonna disappear just for a second.
No.
Where'd it go?
And you're back.
Hey.
That way I didn't have to go back and add just extra whatever. Fuck, I'm lazy. Anyways, so you guys are just wandering the city looking for an inn?
Or I guess we can ask someone if.
Where lodging can be acquired.
Yeah, let's ask someone where the lodging is.
You just passed 3 people standing in the thing. If you want to ask them, I'm just showing you. I'm not gonna move people around, but people are moving about. So
So yeah, ask them, Carphone, where can we obtain some lodging?
I questioned the first non-important looking person we passed, like, hey, where's the nearest inn? For traveling merchants.
and they tell you, oh, traveling merchants, huh? You need to go up to the next street and make a right turn and go down 4 blocks, and you'll find one on the left. Look for the devilish dagger.
The devilish dagger. Okay.
Let's go.
And he pointed obviously down this way, and then you're gonna right here at this intersection, you're gonna take a right. What music do I have playing? That sounds pretty. Oh, that's Dark Elf City. That's what it's supposed to be. Supposed to be ominous. Yes. What the hell is? Who's playing the drums?
Get the fuck out of here.
All right. We are moving.
Moving.
I don't know. You
Walking.
guys tell me. I'm waiting to
We'll
move your.
I mean, we're going to where they told us to go. So
All right. So go
Okay,
down the
to the
street
right.
to the right. All right. I'm gonna. So we're not here all night. I'm gonna move these guys up. All right, and you get to this point. This drow right here, leading a patrol of trolls and other drow, says, "Halt! Where the hell are your green Where's your green things? You're definitely upworlders, except for you. You know better."
Got lost in transit.
That's all right.
Oh, the amulet. Show me the amulet.
It's a pin, actually. But yes,
Or pin.
yeah. Is Karquin showing the pin?
I'll show the pin and mention that our green cloak got lost in transit.
Got lost in transit. You're supposed to go to the big tower and get it, dumbass. They told you at the gate. I know they did. You don't need one anyways. You got a pin. You're working for that house. That's fine. Go. Hucking Upworld was dumb as shit. And the trolls take a quick sniff at you and lick their lips and keep moving.
So where is this
All right.
fucking inn?
That's 1, 2, 3. One more.
So, past this break, you find the devilish dagger. Everybody gather up a bit. I'm going to move these drow out of the way. I'll grab this group and move them up. Save time.
Go.
And copy. All right. You guys successfully make it to the Devilish Dagger and paste. There you go. Bottom middle, I guess.
Yep.
Come on. Stop playing.
Journey?
Aha!
Dang it!
Yep.
Damn, that was quick. He's fucking on it tonight. Boy, that's 2 in a row.
I was like, all right, Odyssey. Oh, gosh. Solve it quickly.
Hurry. I'm impressed you got that fast. Because the type is very small.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, when
I
it
found that one
opened up,
easier
I
to
was
read
looking
than,
right at it, and I was like,
than the last one was.
and I looked at it, I said, Odyssey, oh, Journey.
Yep. There we go. Yeah. There we go. In the inn. All right. So the inn is a little bit empty right now because the DM forgot to fully flesh it out. But hell, I don't even have servants. Oh my god.
That's okay.
Yeah. So I'll get them in
mind.
there. I'll get them in there.
Hey, Carquin, go get us some rooms so we can, you know.
All right, there you go. There's a barmaid or 2 and a bartender temporarily until I unfuck myself. And it looks like Grangle chose this seat over here. If you all wish to join him,
70s
deep-
cop music.
your deep gnome friend is interested in eating. And he does express a desire to meet an old friend in the city to escape because he was a slave prior to becoming food.
We'll
Already understand.
I'll buy him some food.
yeah, well, we got him, and we will do our best to help him out. As in the meantime, if he's doesn't object to being part of our party.
Persephone stands next to Father Scab, waiting patiently for him to give her orders. She has her hands
Very good.
folded before her and her head tilted down.
She's playing her role.
Yep.
She absolutely is.
So, what... Hang on a second. The barmaid comes up. Boom. And she says, "Gentlemen, what would you like?" And she hands you a menu. And if you guys want this, I will send you this. There's a place that you can go that pulls down a tavern. It'll randomly create names and everything.
Oh, wow, really?
The devilish.
Just meat and meat and 3.
Yeah.
I'll take the house special with your recommendation.
Gentlemen, we have wine, lagers, ales, and liquors.
Yes.
Mead.
We do have a let's see here. How about I just tell you what we have, gentlemen? We have a house ale. It is a brewed light brown blonde ale described as a sour blonde with a smooth finish. An Orange King Porter, imported brown porter described as a robust with aftertaste of toffee and creamy finish.
Ooh.
A microbrewed light amber lager described by many as a refreshing lager with a rich finish. Spotted Sailor Porter, heavily brewed medium brown porter, a bit sour with a smooth finish, and a Dragonleer Pilsner. It's microbrewed down the street. It's a brown Pilsner described as a mild with a hint of citrus and a sour finish.
I'll have that.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
A pint is 1 silver piece. I can sell a gallon since 3 of you like it. I could sell a gallon for 7.
I'll buy that.
Well, yeah, we'll take the gallon.
I'll flick her a gold for the gallon and for my meal and for this gnome's meal.
All right. What would you like to have, sir? The herb-crusted venison, the braised venison, the blackened chicken, or the braised pork?
Herb crusted
Braised
venison,
pork.
please.
Definitely go with the venison there. Braised venison.
All right. I will bring you 2 orders. What would the rest of you like?
I'll do the braised pork.
Ah, very good choice. Very expensive.
That's okay.
The braised venison will cost you for both meals 14 silver pieces. The braised pork will cost you 6 silver and 5 copper.
All right, I give her another gold, and that should cover the ale and the in my meal.
All right.
In my 2 meals.
What would
I'll give her a
anybody
gold
else
for that.
like?
Take the encrusted venison and a gallon of lager.
For yourself?
Gallon.
For yourself, fine sir.
Yes.
Ah, very good, very good.
He doesn't plan to be walking to the room.
And so you got the numbers already, right? On yours?
Yep, I tossed her a gold.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And
I'll give her a gold piece for the.
Remember, gold is only 10, so.
So 2 gold.
all right. She accepts it willingly. Kind of surprised you're paying up front, but yes. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. And she looks over at Father Scab and she says, "Why, you appear to be a cleric. May I recommend the Impatient Cleric Whiskey?"
I appreciate your recommendation.
You just arrived and you already have a reputation.
Fair enough. I appreciate your recommendation, but I will have just a flagon of your cheapest beer, and that is it. I will be dining in my room later.
All right. Very good, sir. Do you want to cross off the amount of money that you're going to pay for food later now, or what?
Well, I'm not done yet spending money, so I thought we pay when we depart.
Oh, now you want to do it. Okay.
I'm not the one who's throwing cash around, you know.
Very good, sir. I will bring you a, let's see, what was that? Did you just want the 1 pint, sir?
Yes.
That'll be 1 silver piece for a pint. And just for your figuring out, you said that you haven't decided on your food yet.
How much for the room?
Ah, that's a good question. I just had to find it. I have it. When you guys, I'll send you guys this link, and I will send you this. It makes making a place a lot easier. A lot of times I just bullshit it, but the rooms for rent at the Devilish Dagger are a little bit small, sir. And but we do keep them clean and swept. And we currently have 2 rooms available for rent that would fit the entire party. The cost for the night stay is 9 silver pieces. If you round it up to 10, let's just round it up to 10. It was actually, yeah, let's just round it up to 10. 10 silver pieces or 1 gold piece. That's not right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be that way. Anyways, yeah, so it's a gold piece a night, and we will bring you food. You have complimentary breakfast.
Lunchies.
Very well then.
I will be requesting a private room for me and my slave. If that's not a bother for anyone here.
Oh, that'd be fine, sir. There's plenty of room for everybody else to fit inside of the other room. If that's okay with the gentleman here.
Works for me.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
And for the DM, I've updated the notes in Father Scab's thing.
Oh. Well, I will read that momentarily. So you gentlemen are sitting at your table, and food is brought for those that ordered it. If you didn't tell me exactly what you wanted, and I missed you, I do apologize. Go ahead and mark it off your sheet, and we will go from there.
So is it 10 silver each for the rooms?
For the room, yes, sir.
Alright.
All right.
And I have to fix something because the music keeps recycling the same song. I want to see if it'll do it again. Then I'm going to check Father Scab's message. You guys you're sitting at the table and just discuss. There we go. It changed now that I looked at it. I have it on random, but I think it played the same song 3 times in a row. It was freaking me out a little bit. So you're sitting at the table. What do you guys wish to talk about?
We'll just keep it to small talk, and we can talk business when we get to the room.
I'm going to be more listening to see if I hear any news about, say, a priestess or some kind of sacrifice or something like that. Something
Right.
interesting that might be happening.
Okay.
And
So-
Since I don't understand
after I
Drow,
eat my steak, I'm going to give the bone to Shadow here.
Maybe I missed it, but did they talk about those cloaks when we came in here, or like what happened?
We never talked to the guards,
Yeah, they just said we should have
and just like we never went to the tower.
All right, so
apparently
I'm
we were
not worried
supposed to
about
go
going to the
get
tower. I
cloaks.
just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything about the cloaks. So we weren't explicitly told. We've just come about that information through happenstance.
Yeah, we
Right.
walked up and the guard asked us, "Where are your green cloaks?" And then
Right.
and then
Right. Yeah.
Karkung flashed his little flashed his badge, so to speak.
Right, and I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything that happened before that.
Are you asking me or are you asking your friends?
This is my small talk at the table.
Thank you. Just trying to make sure you're not asking me a question. I don't want to sit here quiet and not answer questions.
All right, so
As we're having small talk, could we noticing, is there, for lack of a better word, a cloakroom or a coat check at the tavern?
No, taverns don't have those. You would take it to your room and put it there.
I know, lost and found.
All
trying to
right.
find-
So are we planning on going to the tower to get some cloaks, or are we just gonna blow that off?
I was thinking about going to go see if I can get some for everybody. Because I can
Okay.
fly.
Because if we don't get them, I think we're gonna keep getting stopped and questioned and have to keep explaining ourselves.
Yeah, and not to mention, the more I keep showing this exact symbol every time, someone's going to start asking about this symbol.
So Karkun, I guess, can go and obtain some after we rest, can go and obtain us some green cloaks.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I'll
good.
just turn into a bat and fly over there.
Bad.
Here you go, Squishy. Have a drink.
Yay.
All right. And while you guys are talking about that, in walks a set of, and I don't have it, but just play along, a set of what looks to be some merchants wearing the green cloaks, and they reach up, because when they walk in, there's obviously lamps and different stuff, and they reach up and take off the eye cusps that they were wearing. Let me see here. Father Scab, roll me Arcana, history, whichever's better for you.
Yeah, they're both crap.
Oh,
What'd you get?
damn. 21.
All right. Father Scab asked the question, and he started to think and remember that when you guys were at the gate and you were watching what was going on, there was a group of Upworld people from a city to the southeast, and they were told to report to the tower to get their cloaks because they did not have a pass. All they had about their neck was a emblem that looked like a spider inside of a circle in a web, and they were supposed to take that and turn that in, and to get the green cloaks.
Okay.
Means we need to make a trip to the tower.
And yes,
Well, I think
I did tell you guys.
Harkman's
I said it
Harkman-
in front of you, anyways.
Harkman's going to handle it for us.
And those guys that walk in with the green cloaks kind of give you the nod and different stuff, and they recognize you as being not drow, obviously, and underworld denizens. So, what else would you like to do while you're in here?
I'm going to finish my meal and I'm going to retire to the room.
I second that motion.
And your food is brought out to you, and you guys are eating, and one of the merchants comes over and says, "Gentlemen, perhaps," and you recognize him, or not recognize him. You don't recognize him, but you notice that he is a human. You don't recognize his accent. However, he says, "Gentlemen, I see that you don't have the green cloaks. Are you already with a house?"
We are on a house's behalf, yes.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said we are on a house's behalf.
Ah. Well, very good, very good. So they didn't require you guys to go and get the things, or how did you avoid having to get green cloaks like we had to? All of us had to go get.
Gangrel, you're better at telling the stories than I am.
Our drow guide here was being a representative of the house that he has presented his symbol, and we were allowed to pass. We will be obtaining their green cloaks later.
Strange. They told us at the gate we had to report before we got in this far. Perhaps your good drow friend would be willing to help us develop trade relations with multiple houses here.
Once our business is done, we will consider it.
Very well. I understand completely. Perhaps you could enlighten me what kind of trade you have. Perhaps we could make an agreement ourselves.
No offense, good sir, but we have been on the road a long time. Been accosted at various points, and we are quite worn, and we'll be retiring here shortly. Perhaps we could talk business at another time.
Very good, sir. We'll be in the area for a couple weeks. And you gentlemen staying here?
For the time being.
Very good, sir. We will see you about. And he leaves you
well,
to
sir.
your finish your
Fare thee
meal.
well.
Fare thee well, sir. And he leaves you to your meal. And your meal finishes up, and you guys go upstairs. I do not have upstairs. Again. Yet
That's a
again.
bastard, wasn't he?
Nosy.
I mean, I see a door here.
Yeah, that door's a false door. So what I'm going to do, restore that map until I can get there. Where is it? There it is. All right. Let me grab you guys. Oh, wow, it grabbed everybody sitting right here. I just really want these ones. All right, you guys will recognize this place, and I will probably have to clean it up a bit. I'm going to dump you all in one room. Father Scab. And Father Scab, you ordered your meal, and you took it. Carquin, of course, your dog does not wish to join you, and your new friend, the Deep Gnome, asks what he owes you, gentlemen, for freeing him.
Your undying loyalty and service to Salune.
Can't say Salune and
Sure, you can. He's I will respect Sulune and all of Sulune's acolytes. However, I have my own gods. But I will swear my undying loyalty to you, gentlemen.
Like,
We would welcome your company. We will. What?
go ahead.
I understand you are wanting to seek. I guess try to find and get out and find your a friend that after I guess you were a slave, as I understand it.
I was.
You have friends that you're trying to get back to.
I am. I know of people in this city I can go to that will help me and spirit me back to my clan many miles away.
Oh, us.
Oh,
We're in our secret room, right? We're in our private room, right?
Yeah, sure. You convince
When
him to
we're
join
talking
you
about
upstairs
this.
before he does he does indicate that he wishes to leave your company, but he still wants to make amends for the money that he cost you
Well,
with the food and such.
the simplest thing we can ask you is if you can tell us how we can spirit away our friend.
I know not. I have been a slave. You gentlemen were the first I heard of looking for this person or of hearing of this person, so I have no information for that.
Well, I'm just trying to find an exit strategy. That's my main goal at the moment.
is there any advice you can give us to make our stay and our search here easier and quicker? Because honestly, the sooner we can return to the surface, the better for us.
Oh, yes, my friend, the drow, and he looks towards Carquin and hesitates just a moment.
I'm half drow, thank you.
Very good, master. He says, the drow are a capricious group, as he can well attest, I'm sure, but gold goes a long way. You know what they say, gold talks, lizard shit
Bullshit
walks. So, that's the advice he gives you. He says, may I have your names so that I may one day return the favor?
Collectively, sir, we are called the Brotherhood of the Bloody Blade. However, I am Sir Grangle Longfang.
It is very good to meet you, Sir Grangle Longfang. So, sorry, I'm burping. I'm sorry. I'm shoving down food. He bows to you and he tells you, my name is Dimly Dustdance Darlin.
Dimly Just Dance Darlin.
Dustdance Triple
Dance
D.
off.
My friends call me Triple D, and if you would, I'd be honored.
Triple
Oh.
D, huh?
Sometimes when I'm talking to you guys, I am madly scrambling for a name generator, and
Well, you know,
I pulled it up, and that's what it gave me one of those names. I was like, "Ooh, Triple D, that's perfect." Anyways, close the curtain again, as they say.
stop looking behind the curtain.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Oh
Triple
man.
D, you may feel free to take your repose here with us tonight, or you may, as far as I am concerned, be about your business. But I will defer to the rest of my company.
Well, sir, I would be happy to stay the evening and leave early in what would be the morning, so that I may get ahead of the patrols.
Yep.
You do what you feel you must, sir. You're welcome to stay until you feel it's time for you to go.
All right.
Try not to make it a habit of getting caught.
Okay. So you guys are in your the big groups in the big room, and Father Scab and Persephone's in the other room. What is the main group doing?
Well, I'm going to be going on my own journey for a little bit.
Okay. In the evening?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to turn into a giant bat and fly over to the tower.
All right.
And I'm going to see about acquiring some. If there's a nice secret way for me to acquire a few capes.
Okay. I'm coming back to you.
Sorry.
All right. What's the rest of you doing?
So-
I
In
would
that.
say we are in the room and pulling guard and taking a rest.
Okay. You guys are gonna pull guard in the inn. In the inn.
In the end,
All right.
All right, so if it's not a problem, Persephone and I will eat with the rest of the group, so we can all discuss our plans. But when we're done eating and we retire, we will retire to my room
Okay.
and the
Understood.
rest of what I wrote.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So we've got Carquin getting ready to do bat shit. That really, as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, he's gonna fly around and be a bat. What?
But
It's the fastest mode of transportation.
And you guys are gonna take turns on watch. Are we gonna watch? This group does a watch and father are you gonna watch in the hallway? How are you gonna do it?
well, I tell you, since we are splitting rooms, yeah, I'll watch in the hallway.
So yeah, if we're gonna do a hallway watch where you just kind of wander around, that's fine.
So, look, if you want, I can do the spirit guardian out in the hallway, and we don't need to have somebody awake. If somebody comes within 10 feet, that thing's going to go crazy on them,
Okay.
and we'll know.
Okay. You can
All
do
right.
that.
So you're gonna do a spirit guardian in an inn?
I would not. It's going to indiscriminate. Anybody walks by, it would just.
No. It only attacks people. It's indistinct. You don't really notice it, and it only will attack someone who is approaching to do us harm.
Can I see the description? I'm not disputing
Sure
you.
can.
I just want to see it so that I can manipulate it. I mean, what?
Yep.
No, I want to make sure that if
Okay, so I keep using I keep saying spirit guardian. I mean guardian of faith. So
okay,
that's the correct one. Is guardian of faith.
Peanut, go potty. Go potty. Go.
indistinct except for a gleaming sword and
Oh.
shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. Any creature hostile to
No.
you moves within 10 feet. Okay. Yep. Fair enough. So do you have to concentrate, or it's just there, right?
No, it's there for 8 hours. And I believe the intent what I would have usually wanted to use it for is to like guard the only way in or out of a space so we could get our 8 hours.
Oh
of
my
rest.
God, I have not brought you guys here this whole time. Oh, there you go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that looks familiar. That
Yeah.
looks better.
Yeah. It's of course, Mr. Shadow will not go into buildings, so he went and laid out in the alleyway somewhere, and he's holed up.
I gave him some kibbles.
Sure.
Sure.
Or I asked for some scraps from the kitchen. Give that to him.
All right. Crap. There we go. Let me choose a side here. Of course not. I don't have a bat, so we're just gonna leave you as Carquin.
That's fine. I'm literally
Yeah.
going to transform, go there,
Transform
grab
back.
the capes, transform back, and fly back.
Gotcha.
No
Okay.
one's going to expect a giant bat since they're kind of common in the Underdark.
Absolutely. So you guys talk about tomorrow. What's the plan tomorrow?
We have our green cloaks tomorrow. Yes.
So if we don't get the green cloaks, then we have to go to the tower. Right?
Correct. As I
It
understand.
would get the suspicion off us a lot.
I mean, that's my thing. I think we need to acquire those green cloaks
I
before
thought
we.
that's what Karkin was going to do.
Yeah, I'm just saying if he doesn't, if he's not able to get cloaks for us tonight,
Yeah.
then the first thing we have to do tomorrow is go to the tower.
Right. And get cloaks. And then, I mean, we're still. This is supposed to be where they traveled with the priestess, right?
This is where we heard she was going.
For a sacrifice.
Whoops.
Are you guys asking me because you got quiet after saying that?
Well, I'm reading my divination spell because I'm thinking that perhaps we can get some divine guidance about where to go next. If the group, can come to a consensus on how we frame our question.
I mean, depends on how the questions work. If it has to be yes or no answers, we can simply ask, is she in this city?
Well, the question doesn't have to be yes or no. That's
Okay.
this is, and we're probably not going to get a straightforward answer because it can only be something that occurs within the next 7 days, and the gods are notoriously fickle, and they may give us a cryptic message in return, and it may not even be accurate by the time we get to the place we think we need to be. But at least this might give us some guidance.
That's the name. Yeah, understood. So that being the thought process here, I guess the question of the day is, am I able to get these cloaks?
Well, I would want to be a little more specific with the prophetess, try to find this. I mean, that's who we're trying to find. So if we ask, Where can we find her?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, where?
Or where would be the best place to retrieve her from?
What the heck is her name again?
Oh, good lord.
Well, that's a long way to go back. Oh shit. Hold on. Wow. Let's see here. Oh, that's all the way back to. Hold on. Should I forget? Was Citadel in contention, or was it a fair to fight?
Citadel in contention. I'll give
Fair to
you
fight was me. It
that.
was Citadel contention.
Yes.
What's that?
I'm laughing. It's Citadel in contention.
Yeah.
Okay.
A fair to fight was me. I was a DM.
El Verona. No, that's sorry. This is Selene Temple Priestess. Hold on.
Hey, Corona.
You guys are
let's
running
see.
through the Underdark, chasing after a prophetess, and you don't even know her name, even though it's been
We
given
know,
to
we just don't
you
remember.
100 times.
It
I
is El
love it.
Verona.
It is
No.
not.
I have her here. El Verona Selene Priestess.
Right, you're looking
Yeah,
for the
but
prophetess,
Yeah, we're looking for
Oh,
the
the prophetess.
prophet.
Oh shit.
the equivalent to a
Yavanna
16-year-old
Elgrove.
elf.
Yavanna Elgrove.
There
Oh,
you
I don't know
go.
about that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Glad to help.
Oh my gosh.
So, if nobody is against it, I will perform a divination and ask the goddess where we can find the prophetess
Yavanna Elgrove.
by name.
Okay, so you're gonna in your little room here. You're gonna do that before Karquin goes off to get the green cloaks, or is Karquin gonna do that first, and then when he gets back, you guys are gonna do?
No, he can go do the cloak thing. I'm going to do the divination privately in my room.
Oh, you're gonna do it privately in your room. Okay. All right. So I didn't know if there was something you needed. So let us do Karquin first. I have to grab BBB in just a second so that you guys don't miss out. Sir Karquin, it's going to be in the upper left, but kind of towards the middle.
Okay.
Oh,
And where is BBB? Here we go.
oh, there we are.
All right.
Is there a window I could have flown to, or that was unoccupied?
Yeah, there are some arrow slits that you could have flown into, but most of them have patrols or what have you, and
All right,
I dropped you just inside the front door.
that makes sense. Yeah, they're all well patrolled. Then you're right. That would
So,
make more sense.
for reference for everybody, to give you a little flavor, as you fly in at the top of the fortress, you notice there are 8 male drow. They are all armored as most of the military drow are, with a dagger, a short sword, crossbow, and bolts. These sentinels are walking back and forth, just talking. They're looking over the battlements to people who are coming up to the tower. They don't seem concerned. There's an iron ring that circles the tower, and there is a giant heavy crossbow clipped to it. And it can spin, it appears that it can spin 360 degrees. Every little bit they'll push it to make sure it moves and stuff and get it out of the way as they look around. It fires a javelin-sized bolt, apparently. They have some laying nearby. Here and there in the tower there are small arrow slits, piercing its smooth exterior. The only visible entrance is a great arch with massive bronze valves. And the door is open and hinged outwards. The hallway is a 20-foot wide, 15 high corridor in which what you're standing in. It has slits in the walls and murder holes above. There's another pair of gates, oak bound with adamantine alloy, closed and barred normally, but a small door, 3 foot wide, 6 foot tall, is standing open that is inset in it. There you go. And so you're going to go in and step in?
I guess so.
All right. All right. I've lost my place. You're in a circular room, which is 20 feet across, and the center is a long table, which sitting behind it is a person who looks to be of official nature. He has a gold-lined cloak and a badge, as it were, upon his chest. He's going over various different paper in front of him, manifests and notices. Behind him are 2 chests of wood, one with green cloaks they're open, and one with green cloaks, and one with 4 metal boxes, and on top of one of the boxes lies a medallion with a spider in a circle with a spider web look to it, and some other papers. Also, one of the boxes is open. The box in the treasure chest is open, and you see these glass-like cusps, like goggles. And they have quite an interesting look to it. Looks like they're made out of smoothed, large gems. He looks up as you walk in, and please state your business, he says in Undercommon. I'm assuming you're stepping in. Are you stepping in?
Yes.
All right.
I'm here accompanying a group of merchants from the surface world, and notice and needing green cloaks for them all.
Ah, very good. Where are they?
I took them to the inn for their weary from their travels.
Well, you
And
were
you know
told to
how
report here
services are
first.
always
Why did you
complaining.
go to the city? We were very clear. Fetch them at once. Bring them to me.
Fair enough.
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, there's.
I did too.
Hey, I tried.
No, not your fault. When I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh man.
All right, everybody.
You
wake
know,
up.
you know how Led, you and
Choo-choo!
Ray and I were talking how you got a plan for all potential things to happen. This was one of the ones I planned for. You guys would just blow off everything. I give you the description, and everybody just goes, whatever, fuck it. It's just a description. And not hear me say go to the tower first. I knew you would do it. So I planned
We
for...
didn't talk to the guards.
I didn't even hear that. No, I didn't even.
We never did.
I assure you, if you go back, I will share the...
No, I don't doubt it. I've never heard it. So.
I knew you guys didn't hear
that
it.
either. So
Yep. So, So you fly on back and come back empty-handed.
Good news, bad news.
Well, where you gotta go get your cloaks?
Now, he did say it once, but he did not take your name.
I know. But then again, I don't know how many other half-trail are running around the city.
You saw what you would guess to be enough to be difficult.
So we can either go now or go in the morning.
Yeah, let's go now.
Let's take a look at him.
Let's just get it over with.
Oh shit! Quick, son.
Oh man. What have we decided? I got one go now, and one looking at something.
Like it. Let's go.
Might as well.
Very well.
That's 3. I
And
need
in
one
our
more.
defense, Kirk, it's been a week.
Hey,
And alcohol was consumed.
I understand. I understand. And sometimes I will put stuff in motion to do that to you guys. Oh, I don't.
I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna complain the whole
Y'all
time.
hear that? Y'all hear that? It's a train, I think.
How many? If huge is 8 times larger than a large, do you think I could carry everybody if I turn into a huge flying dinosaur?
You most certainly can try.
So the
that would
answer is
walk.
no. Okay, cool.
That would
I'll
draw
walk.
too much attention.
So our spirit guardian out here, Father Scab, I'm not saying you cast it yet, so, because you guys haven't laid down, quote unquote, for the night. So, don't put that back on your list, because that was going to be your guard when you guys laid down. So, you already took it off.
Thank you for that.
Yes, sir. All right. Triple D tells you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that being that he's a former slave, he's just gonna hang out here and avoid any.
Well, I thought he left to go to whatever.
He was
No,
gonna
said he
stay
was
the
gonna
night with you.
with us.
Oh, okay.
And he was just gonna
So,
stay
yeah, that's
here
no
and
problem.
pretend to be your slave.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, all right, you guys. I need to delete this group here and put you back in the city. All right. We got Carquin up front. We got Grangle, and then we got and then something like this maybe. Top left towards the center. Okay. Yeah. Wait, I think that's right. Hold on a minute. I may have you guys in the wrong map. Just double check. I apologize. Nope,
That
I
looks
got
like
you
the
in the right
map that we were in.
Yeah,
Windsor
that looks like the
Brown Zone.
map of the city we're in.
Yes, it is. It is. Yes, it is the map of the city you were in. It's a little bit different. Basically, it's the same thing. All I do is I flip it and turn it. So,
Yeah, right.
okay. So you guys have started to head back, and you're heading south to get to the gate out.
Yep.
Oops, I'll move that guy out of your way. I don't want you. Can you see where I'm at? Right here?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're heading south. Oh, I have you guys mixed up. Sorry.
yards.
So Carcom can lead us to this.
Lead the way.
I'm letting you
I
guys
mean-
do the walk, so
Well, I mean, okay.
okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, why'd you run way over there?
I don't know which
I
way to
don't know.
go.
Oh, south. You're going south.
Okay, cool. Step
Okay.
out of this guy's way. Let him go.
All right. Oi, where's your house badge? Where's your green
I
cloaks?
show the pendant.
He looks at the pendant, and he actually takes it from you and turns it over, and then turns around and looks back and walks back to the female standing there, and she looks at it and then looks at you guys and nods. He walks back, and as he walks back, gives a command, and the bugbears come out. Gentlemen, we don't recognize you, and this is a badge of our house. How about you come with us? Sorry, Father Scab, I got a guy on you, and he's not
You know
there.
what? How about you fuck off?
Oh shit! Here we go.
All right. Turn order is up.
Jesus Christ! Here we go.
Sir Fuego, make your first attack, since you're gonna start shit.
Right, that guy right there.
Which guy? I'm sorry. One right in front of you?
me.
Okay. And so you did 7.
I figured it'd be one stab and not the full gamut because I'm just starting shit.
Right? And yes, there we go.
Okay, it's official. Carl at 9:40 does not make good decisions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all you guys are there now. I got to get these guys on here. All right.
You know, in hindsight,
Okay,
I
so
think
now
it
the-
would have been better just to say, "We're going to get green cloaks."
You got lost in transit.
So now we got the guys in the alleyway coming down too.
All right. Yeah, just let me get everybody on the initiative turn order. Yep, there's that. And then
This is not good.
yeah. For some reason, my game is opening so slow.
Everybody just okay.
Everybody just what?
Everybody was kung fu
Should have
fighting.
just stayed in the fucking room and got rest.
Yes, that's all we needed to do.
All right. Oh man.
I'm pretty
Descending.
sure we would have had a visitor there too.
Father Scab is currently separated from you guys. Mad Chops is separated from you guys. Now,
No. It just means I have a 360-degree range fan. I'm
There you
good.
go.
Fireball.
Fuego hit this guy already. And it is now Father Scab's turn. They cry out, "Spies! Spies!" And they attack you guys. And pretty soon, as you guys are preparing to fight and are fighting, you start to hear multiple sets of feet coming your way.
Fucking A. No way.
We're dying right here.
Oh.
I need you to roll 3d6. Good. Roll 3d6 again. Oh, all right, Father Scab, you're up.
All right, so Yeah, I am going to go mano a mano. Where is it? All right. So the dude right in front of me.
Okay. Oh, that is a solid hit. He takes quite the wallop in the.
Retreat in our hour of triumph.
Never pull out. He takes quite the battering to the back of the head. All right. Sir Grangle.
Ugh.
Please
That's-
don't kill me.
Well,
Sir Grangle is still suffering from minimal top hit points.
I'm sorry to whoever gets caught up in this, but
So Mad Chops, you are around the corner. You will not be
Right.
affected by this. If he's doing what I think he's doing,
okay, why is my there it goes. Okay.
everybody else is. I'm surprised Father Scab. Yeah. Ooh, what is that? Who did that? That's
Okay,
not
I
a-
created a circle and it didn't stay there.
It's a 15-foot cube.
All right. That's your yeah. Whatchamacallit, right? Thunderwave.
Yep.
That will be a 14.
That's 15 feet.
But Mad Chops is safe. Everybody else in that cube is affected, to include Father Scab.
Sir Fuego passed his Constitution check because he gets the +4 for mine.
Yep. How close they gotta be?
So do I.
10 feet.
Okay, so Father Scab is outside of it. Is Carquin? Carquin's
Wow.
outside of it.
No, yeah, but I just nat 20'd that son of a bitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now.
Father Scab did not do so well. So 25 points on Father Scab. Is Father Scab still up?
I am.
Hanging in like a hair in a biscuit. I am. I gotta restart my game, so you guys roll. I'll be back in a second. It locked up, it wouldn't
So-
do anything.
Guys, I'm not feeling too good.
Shit.
I forgot to keep
My blood
Persephone up.
sugar's getting way low.
If only someone could heal you. Um, 1, 2, 3. All right. What do they need there?
14.
Okay. This guy down in the bottom here, Father Scab, dies in front of you. But he also gets thrown into these guys, which knocks them back a bit, which opens up your flank so that you may rejoin the group. This guy takes how many points of damage was it?
25.
25.
Ooh, that's not quite enough. Roll me a d6.
Who, me?
Yep. He's thrown back. He failed to save. He's thrown back into his buddy. And that is enough. His buddy actually had his sword facing forward and stabs his friend in the back, killing him. And his buddy gets pushed back, but is holding on barely, which opens up a slot for Mad Chops. All right. This guy died. Everybody else is half hit points, right?
So
No.
so
What's
they
half? What's
of
half of
course
that? 20.
they also get
13.
pushed backwards. So
If they
they
fail,
don't,
right?
if they failed, yeah,
If they fail, it's half hit point, or if they succeed, it's half hit points, no pushback.
and not pushed, yeah.
Correct. All right. Yeah, this guy would. I gotta look at the saves again.
Hell yeah.
What was the saves? Has to be 15, right?
14.
14. Okay, so
DC 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's good. Cool. And that is just those guys. So those guys are dead and pushed back. Um, and that wizard right there, 13 is the save. Yeah, they might be all right. I've got to do a saving throw here. So, yes, that is the state of the bugbears. Why did our fight music stop? What the hell happened? It just froze.
It's your music.
No, now it stopped.
Oh, did it? I stopped hearing the music completely.
It's still
Oh.
playing.
Okay,
Not
sorry.
now.
I restarted it. My bad. My bad.
bad.
My bad. My bad, G. Ah, and the mage saves. But she is very hurt.
Are these just bystanders here?
Yeah. And as soon as the trouble started, they ducked into the buildings and they are not outside. Actually, no, these aren't bystanders. No, these are warriors. Sorry. Sir Carquin, you are up next, followed by Sir Chode.
A little second, I have some movement still.
Yeah, make your movement. While I roll for, yeah, you know.
Rush
Yeah.
it.
Am I able to step over the bodies of these guys past the mage to get to Father Scab?
The mage will get opportunity attack.
No, don't worry about me. Take care of the targets.
Okay. Well,
He's already done
all right.
that.
I'll hold my spot then. I'll stay where I'm at.
I got to
Or-
make hit point
Or
changes.
actually, I guess I will move up to. I will move forward
Did
just a
that.
little bit here to be more of a flank on the mage.
I got to do the hit points on the bugbears that survive. I forgot. Okay. Oh, I got to make a saving throw for these guys.
Holy shit! What is that? Oh.
Wrath of God.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And they did not make
Is it
their
my turn
save.
yet?
Not yet. Be ready though. Be ready. I'm still rolling. The two drow fighters were killed and thrown against the wall. I gotta move this guy back long enough to get a hold of him. To do that. Alright.
Wow. That was a pretty effective thunder wave.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you rolled fucking stupid high on the damage. And then
Well, I rolled it as I did it as a third level spell. So.
yeah. And then everybody failed their saves except for one set of bugbears. So and the mage. So that is the state of affairs, Sir Carquin.
Well, I like the runaway tactic that we mentioned before, so I grab my staff and I tap it, activating the fog cloud version of the insects.
So how does that?
It's fog cloud, but insects.
Gotcha. Yeah, just draw me a circle. Actually, do it again. Yep, thank you. From you, so that big, and then no, It's not gonna work, is it? It's not gonna let me do it. Hold it. Wait for it. Zoom out a bit. Like that, and then close enough.
Yep.
Yeah, post it up for me real quick.
Fog cloud.
So this is to obscure, is what I'm trying to determine. Is it just obscuring or causing
Yes.
damage? Does it cause damage to everybody or only enemies?
There's no damage.
No damage. Okay, so this is obscuring.
Just obscuration.
Yep. Sir Chode, roll me perception. Sir Fuego, roll me perception.
Oh shit!
Y'all don't see shit.
I'm blind.
Even with a +4, I still don't see
I'm
shit.
going to use my telepathic abilities to communicate to everybody. Go east and then make your way to the tower. We shall run. This shall obscure our escape.
East is in this direction.
Go west.
I thought we said south. Okay, so
Go west.
This is
and
south?
South towards the tower. This shall make it harder for them to. They shall not see us. And
Okay.
I'm going to grab the dog as I turn into a giant bat and fly away.
And as you grab the dog, he wrestles free from you and he yips excitedly and attempts to lead you. He's trying to. I can't grab the dog now. What the? Oh, I know why. Derp. He tries to lead. He leads you into this alleyway right here that you guys can
okay.
just make out as you pass it.
Alright. I send out a message to everyone to follow the dog's yips.
And in all the confusion, the drow are panicking a bit. However, the mage recovers herself in time to dispel the cloud. Father Scab, you're able to move and keep up with everybody.
I counter his dispel.
Yep. You can't counter his dispel. You can't see him.
I dispel his dispel.
did you roll for that dispel?
Oh man. So as you come down this, as you start to head down and the fog dissipates, you notice another group coming from the west, a group from this way, and even further another group running in. The horns are sounding, the alarms are called, and you have a lot of people coming in to give you the ass whooping you richly deserve.
I leave after we start going down this way, I leave another fog cloud so we can all get confused again.
Okay.
And I can do this 10 times, by the way.
That's fine.
Keep going. I will do an insect plague right here at the end of the alleyway.
Ooh, that's a good combo.
So, Mad Chops.
Insect plague inside the swarm.
Do you see what I'm pinging here?
Little dude here, yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Go ahead and rush down in there so everybody else can get in there.
Oh, me? I'm sorry.
Everybody.
Everybody. Yep.
You people, lottie-dottie, everybody.
Persephone is madly scared right now. I'll move Father Scab in. Yeah, I'm
By the
sorry.
way, that's a 20-foot radius, so that radius was only half as wide as it should be.
That's fine. It's here, like here, and it is slowing everybody down. Out of a hole in the wall behind you, blanketed in shadows, a raspy voice says, "Quickly, in here if you wish to live." And he leads you in that direction.
Okay, let's go.
Let's follow him.
Wait.
Yes, let's follow the strange guy.
Let's see
Come with
here.
me if you want to live.
He replaces the cutout. It fits so well, you can't even tell that it isn't a solid wall. As you enter, you see a gnome with gray skin wearing a simple gray leathern jerkin before you, whispering to you, no time for pleasantries. Follow me, stay quiet, no magic. Pointing to Father Scab, put that magic light out. Carry this, and he hands you a lantern that is burning an odd-smelling oil.
Okay.
In silence, he leads you down some rough-hewn stairs to an underground passage with walls that appear to be cobbled together with stone and rock of varying shapes and sizes, appearing to be built of whatever stone they could find. The corridor turns this way and that, finally terminating at a brass-bound door. He pulls out a key and unlocks it, entering another set of similarly crude-built tunnels. You follow him for what seems to be ages in silence. Until you reach a corner, he raps his knuckles 3 times on the wall, pausing, then 2 more. After a moment or two, a latch is slipped open, and out of a speakeasy door, a shadowy figure appears out without saying a word. The hole is slammed shut, and you hear several bolt catches and chains being removed. Your new friend takes the lantern from Father Scab and stands patiently waiting, pointing you into the room. As soon as the wall opens, soon the wall opens on a marvelously well-balanced hinge, and you are ushered into a cool yet dry cellar. The room contains the usual commodities such as root vegetables, pickled jars of various things. However, before you have time to inspect, you are beckoned by your Cervabellum deep gnome, Savior, to climb the stairs. Give me just 1 second and I'll switch the map for you. Not pasting. Of course it's not pasting. Why would it paste? That would be what I wanted. Try again. Do it again. Do it until you do it right. I can't find you guys now, naturally. Wrong map? Probably so.
Guys, I'm gonna have to catch up with you next week.
Yep. And once I drop you guys in, we will hold right there.
Okay.
Top
So
left.
I've heard the chatter. I've heard the chatter about the in-person D&D, and I am looking forward to you all having fun. I've heard some stuff from my own husband of what he's planning, and it sounds very promising. So I'm looking forward to it, and
Oh,
I'm
you're not
glad
gonna
you
be
all are
there?
able to do it. I am. I'm coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
'Cause
I'm not
I have
planning
a
on.
I have a designated driver too.
Well, that is actually still to be discussed. I am not sure that any of you want to go on Trifoam, to be honest. So we're gonna have to possibly figure out something else. But if you have a designated driver, I love to go and hang out with her as well. But I am there for you all, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I have marked off where I left off.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
Yep, up here in the top left. And
Zoomed in too quick.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, right, all right, right.
I'm gonna guess that even if we tried to sleep in a room, we were still gonna get fucked up. Someone was gonna come looking for us.
Oh, you would have been fine. The battle would have took longer until you realized you were about to fucking die and then run down the alleyway.
Well, I saw one group of individuals coming to join the fight, and I was like, okay, cool. That means more individuals are going to join the fight, so the best idea is to just get the hell out of here.
Which is the idea I
no,
wanted you to
I
have.
meant if we tried to sleep, if we had tried to rest in the inn, I think someone still would have shown up looking for us because we didn't have the damn cloaks.
No, no one would have come looking for you. Because I wanted you to do what you just did. This was my plan the entire time. You guys fell for my trap.
Hey, question. What time are we meeting on the 16th?
Anytime after 2, we're gonna start playing probably around 5:36.
Yeah, because I won't be able to be there until I don't get to leave the office until around 4:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because I gotta help take my grandmother to the nursing home that day, so I'll be a little late to the party.
Okay, so you are coming.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you never
Awesome.
said you wanted to come. That was the thing. We kept asking you.
I wasn't sure.
Okay, all right. Jeez, calm down, Carquin.
I was debating on how much alcohol I needed to drink first.
So you know the
Yes.
rules. You've got to create a
Just bring it.
character and not tell us about it, and we'll all find out when we get together.
I gotta create a new character, and oh my gosh, all right, this
Level
is gonna be
level 3. It's a
level 3.
level 3 character, and don't tell anybody what it is. So if we all show up with 6 wizards, we got 6 wizards.
Fireballs all around.
Father Scab has graciously offered to be the DM, and it's just a one-off, and we don't even know what he's bringing to do to us.
So I will tell you this. I am going to be running you through one of the scenarios that I ran my D&D club through last year.
Okay, cool.
Quick question. Any book not allowed besides Spelljammer?
Well, since it's a one-off, I don't care. You can make your ultimate wet dream character as long as it's not above a level 3, and don't tell anybody anything about it until we show up.
Well, now I got to change his name.
The wet dream character.
Yeah, I got a wet dream, no mage. I got to get rid of and start over.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
Right,
I would never
good night,
pick a gnome.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night. We'll see you.
good night, everybody.
All right.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you boys.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
And I just got
And you
I
went
got
on
one
typing
thing for
character?
you.
Damn it.